Hi, Susan. Thank you for giving me this wonderful opportunity to work for Flex Inc. company as a CIO. The project that you gave me to implement the Toyota production system and enhance our current production efficiency has given me a wonderful opportunity to understand the processes and the methods that are implemented in our company. During my research, these are the key findings where I could think that the information technology will help us to achieve the efficiency. The raw materials arrive in a plastic pallet in a railway cart, and currently we have 2 weeks of inventory of the raw materials. And then we make the payment to our suppliers to the purchase order. And for the orders that we receive, most of our orders comes to the sales force that are scattered around the country and at the international level. And 80% of our orders are standard orders that we already have the molds, and we just have to create them and send it out to our buyers. And there are 20% of them are custom molds. The molding is done by the mold design is done by an external company, and there is some serious quality issues. And later on, I'm going to address how information technology will help us to tackle some of that issue. A manual and complicated molding company process is selecting custom molders based on price, time, quality, and others. So how Toyota production system could help us? As you are interested in implementing the efficiency and the effectiveness that Toyota achieved through implementing Toyota production systems, so how we could copy that and implement at our organization. So we could achieve that through incorporating efficiency and coordinate an approach in our supply management system. So connecting each of our supply chains to each other and have them talk to each other in a very coordinated way. And cutting our inventory control. That's a very key to every manufacturing company, which we should achieve, and there is a room for that. And achieving a continuous improvement in quality. We should always ask at each level of our supply chain, how could we achieve the quality and efficiency? And also just getting a better visibility on our supply chain, from bringing in raw materials to the production, to the delivery and packaging, would give us enough information where we could use that information to achieve efficiency and reduce the cost and reduce the wastage. So how can we use IT to gain a competitive advantage over our competitors? That is and I'm sure the IT is going to definitely provide it. For example, I have a small form here, a web-based form. This form could be one of our forms where our sales force can enter and key in the information once they get the order from our customers. So this form could be made in such a way that it will incorporate all the aspects of our customers' demand, and it will help actually our sales force to be very effective at the field to ask crucial and important questions that we need at production. Once this form is sent to us from the sales force, we have all the information right there, so there is no need of back and forth communication. And also here is a more example, as you have seen many of these. So I see information technology as some force that will glue all of our supply chain. So for example, let's look at the tubing, let's look at the supply chain on our raw material side. So right now we have very manual process. So we realize that we need a raw material, and we place an order to our supplier, and supplier sends that order to us, and then we use it. So there is no really clear visibility, and I think 2 weeks is a little bit, the inventory of 2 weeks is quite much. I think we could cut that time. So information technology, we can implement some type of software of which would place an order to our supplier. As we see our inventory depleting, it automatically will trigger an order to our supplier. Or if our supplier is willing, we can hook up their system to our IT application inventory, as their system will detect that our inventory is going down, so they will supply us back up. So that way we can negotiate better cost and better terms with our supplier, and this whole manual process here for the pallet order can be eliminated, and that's where we achieve the efficiency. And similarly, the pallet inventory. So the IT application, as we get the new tubing orders and the production starts, our pallet inventory will go down, and the IT application will keep track of that and place an order. So IT application will help us. The centralized data management system that is incorporated in this IT application will coordinate all of our supply value chain here. So that way we achieve the better efficiency and we have very good visibility. And let me take another step, and once we receive the mold, what happens on our factory floor? So let's look at the custom mold order. The custom mold order comes in, and we send that molding type to our mold making facility partners, and that requires L1 time. And then they build the mold and send it to our factory, so that is L2 time. So for the custom mold, so this is the time L1, the maximum of L1 and L1 and L3, as the raw materials is coming to our tubing, and plus the time that the molding facility gets. How could we reduce this time? So we can send orders to our supplier as soon as possible, and that's where the IT will come as well. It will be a glue that will attach each of these steps on our value chain to make them very efficient, and also standard order, which is as long as we have a very correct amount of inventory, so we can create the flex tubing and send it to our customers right away. And here's one example of IT application at a micro level. As you are aware of that, our Salesforce places an order, and our Salesforce has really no means right now of telling our customer when the product will be delivered. But with the IT application, as soon as the Salesforce sends an order, the software can actually calculate, considering inventory, order type, whether it's a custom or it's a journal type order, and what is in work in progress, whether we have more for that or not. So software automatically calculate that, and we'll be able to tell our Salesforce back that, okay, estimated delivery time will be this. So this way, the Salesforce will be able to communicate better with the customer, so everybody will be happy. So we are also taking the customer care. The Salesforce also doesn't have to communicate about the orders they have already placed. They can check their order status through our software application as well. And here's another example that the IT can provide. Is that right now, as we receive the custom mold order type, we go to our custom mold company and get their information, how much they can produce, how fast, how much cost they will take for that, and what type of quality issues and all that. But the centralized database, the software, we can actually have an algorithm where we would consider all this information from the historical perspective. So as soon as the mold order will come in, the software will be able to tell us which mold manufacturing company would be the best fit suitable for this. So we can narrow down our mold providers to a few, and we can negotiate, and actually we'll have a quick turnaround time of production, which is also, we're achieving efficiency that way. We're reducing cost, we are eliminating a manual step, and the whole production cycle would more will look very continuous. The order comes in, right away we're on it, we're getting a part, and then we're sending out to our customers. So the conclusion is that here's the information linkage between all of our supply chain. Process integration, information integration, planning supply chain integration, improve supply chain visibility. Supply chain management software, production enhancing software, we can implement those to achieve better efficiency. Information archiving and retrieval easy and fast. As one occasion I came to understand that we don't know what type of molds we have. The information technology will be able to tell that right away. Order comes in, if you have a mold, what is the mold ID? So we can just go to the storeroom, grab it, and put it into production right away. So very efficient process. Focusing on continuous improvement enhancement. Once IT application is implemented, there's still a room for efficiency, and there's still a room for quality control. So this would give us better advantage over our competitors. We can negotiate better with our suppliers, and we could reduce our operational costs and increase our revenue. Please let me know, Srijan, if you have any questions, if you'd like me to do further research on particular issues, I'm more than happy to. And it's very nice working with you. I look forward to hearing that from you. Thank you.